welcome to Love My 419 from the Harold Jaffe Jr. studio. I'm Bill Delaney. Sandy Eisenberg, isn't she cute today? And Steve Remy, and he's got the cup.
And
okay.
I want more stuffing.
Oh, you've had
You
enough
look
stuffing.
stuffed. Plenty.
Okay, the new mayor-elect is here to talk about the future.
Yes.
And why he still likes us, even though none of us endorsed him. But, hey, we know where his office is, and I told him that a couple of times, I think. Anyway,
Yes.
Also, the Defiance College president speaks on football team protest confusion.
Me doth protest
He
too
got
much.
bangs to say.
I'll bet he does. And Larry Sides had another day in court.
There you
Why
go.
not? Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about the rest of this show. And this is Love My 419 of the final week in November. Please stay with us. We got a lot going on.
Love My 419 is brought to you by Harold Jaffe Jewelers. Without them, there is no Love My 419. And without Love My 419, how do you know about all the wonderful people, places, businesses, and things that make up the 419? So stop into Harold Jaffe Jewelers anytime, Monday through Saturday, and let them know how much you appreciate them, bringing you the quality television like Love My 419. They're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you for watching Love My 419.
More of Love My 419 in a moment. But right now, we have Mr. Jeff Jaffe.
Hello, Jeffrey, my dear.
Good morning.
Everybody's going to wonder what
morning.
we're laughing about, but
Well,
it's a lot of fun.
It goes back to just a small fact. It's all in the timing.
It's all in the
That's
timing.
true.
Right.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
in the timing.
Well, happy holidays.
Yes,
thank
you
you
too.
too,
Holidays.
and your
Yes.
family.
Season.
Yeah.
Thank you. The season
Yeah.
just kicked off, and one of the things that happened with us recently that we're really very excited about is a new line of religious jewelry.
Wow.
Yeah, it's called Brother Wolf.
Okay.
And it is based on antique artifacts. They're truly artifacts that have been discovered all over the world that have been reproduced in silver and gold.
Okay.
And we are the exclusive dealer in this area for them. And there's medals that represent all of the saints. There's saint for the military, saint for the police, saint for firemen.
Right.
People that you want to protect and keep safe. And then of course there's Saint Christopher.
Cool.
And then there's Saint Anthony for things that you
Okay.
might not be able to find. And but yeah, all the saints, and then some saints I've never heard of, but they're all there. And
There's St.
we are-
William. I think there's a St. William.
I'm sure there is. I'm sitting next to him.
I know there's a Saint Stephen.
They're really beautifully done. Interesting
Good.
designs. Yeah,
Good.
That's
So,
cool. Do you guys gift wrap?
absolutely.
I'm lazy.
Oh no, that's we have to. In fact,
You gotta buy your mommy
before you
something.
can work on the sales floor
Yeah.
at Harold Jaffe's, you have to know how to gift wrap.
Oh.
Love My 419, brought to you in part by Amy's Cleaning Service, the Wonder Woman of cleaning. Also brought to you by the Toledo City Paper, delivering the best of what Toledo has to offer. Pick up the latest issue at one of the many great businesses around Toledo. Feature your business now on Love My 419. Now back to Love My 419 on NBC 24.
Welcome back to Love My 419. I'm Bill, Sandy, Steve, and we have some tape of an interview that we have done with our new mayor-elect, Mr. Wade Kapsakavich. And
Missed you.
yeah,
Well,
we
I'm
did.
sorry. I had other plans for this morning, and I just couldn't break it. And I want
Could
to
have been broken, but
congratulate Wade,
Yep.
since I've known the young man for too many years.
Well, he said to say hi. So.
Hi.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to wish him lots of good luck, and I will be very supportive of him because he is our new mayor, and I think that he will do a good job, and he will surround himself with lots of good people and
we hope.
clean out some of the stuff on the 22nd floor.
Well,
you go.
we hope.
And he talked a little
But
bit
listen,
about that.
we're going to roll the tape right now. Go. Please welcome our new mayor-elect, Mr. Wade Kapsakavich. I'm Bill. This is You're not Sandy, are you?
I aspire to be Sandy, but I'm not.
Oh, you stay right where you are. And that's Steve.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, you know.
Vision plan much? No?
No. It's
Oh,
just,
okay, well.
Okay. all
There you
right.
go. Hey, we've got to take time out and acknowledge our sponsors.
That's the one, yes.
And the holiday season is fast approaching. I mean,
Yes.
it's basically here. So, popcorn is a great gift. Who doesn't like getting popcorn?
You like popcorn?
I mean, look at my gut.
I
I like any food. Popcorn doesn't matter.
try Rachel Michaels.
Have you had Rachel Michaels popcorn?
I have.
Oh, good.
What'd you
Excellent.
think?
I like it too much. It's very good.
Well, you want to get a free Rachel Michaels popcorn?
There are rules against that now. I have to be careful about what I
that's
accept for
true.
free, but I'll
yeah,
pay for
wow.
it.
Okay.
It's better yet, I'll pay
Well,
for it.
yes.
She'll appreciate that more.
But
Well,
the rest of the
population. If
Yeah.
you mention Love My 419, you can get a free mini bag. How about that?
Hee-haw.
There you go.
Everybody else does, but not him.
Not him.
Not him. Okay. Well, I think we got to get rid of. We got to get into something here. Steve, you got some questions.
I'm
I know
excited. Welcome. I'm very, very,
Oh,
very
I'm
excited.
happy to be here.
And congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Now, I mean, I'll be honest, and I pride myself on being, fairly knowledgeable a lot, basic, almost born and raised in the city. Mm-hmm. I don't know a lot about you.
Well, I was not born in Toledo. I was born in San Diego.
Okay.
Because my dad was in the Navy, but we moved when I was 3 months old.
Okay.
I've been around for all 45 years of my life. I don't know why we haven't bumped into each other before.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I'm a Toledoan through and through. I went to Regina Cheli Grade School, St. Francis High School. My first job was lugging golf bags at Inverness.
Okay.
And
you got to go to Inverness, huh?
well, as a caddy.
Well,
trust
okay.
me, that's as close as I get to Inverness.
I'd go there for a caddy too, but
that's trust me, I'm invited there as a caddy.
Okay.
Right.
And when I was 15, that's what I did.
Right.
But I've been in public life for a number of years. I was on Toledo City Council and was county treasurer. And
Yep.
so,
Yep.
so you probably were aware of me in my role as county treasurer.
Yes.
But
Yes.
maybe had never had the chance to meet me. I think what we're really learning here is because I've probably known Bill for 20 or 25 years.
Okay.
So this tells me that the two of you don't hang out in the same places.
Definitely.
Because
Oh,
I've known him
would.
for 20 years, and I'm just meeting you now. So
Definitely not.
that tells me that the two of you hang out in different places.
that's
Right.
because I went to every council meeting I could go to.
Fair enough.
Still
Right.
try to.
Right. But, I think, there are probably others, of our viewers that are in the same place. They just don't know a lot about you. And this is the perfect,
Sure.
opportunity to do so. And I think I saw part of your resume, Marquette.
Yeah, I went to Marquette University in Milwaukee.
Okay.
I've always described that as the basketball school. Sometimes people confuse it with Marquette, Michigan, but no, I'm talking
And
about
I did. So I'm glad you cleared that up because I did.
Now, depending on your generation, when I say it's the basketball school, you might think it's Al McGuire and Bo Ellis from the 1970s. If you are sort of my age, you might think Dwayne Wade. From the Final Four team a couple years. And if you're even younger, then you might think of Jimmy Butler and Jay Crowder. But yeah, it is. So I went to Marquette. Though I just listed a little bit of their history, trust me, I was nowhere near the basketball court.
Okay.
Went to University of Michigan, got a master's degree from Michigan in public policy, though I am among the world's biggest Ohio State fans. So
Yes.
it just proves what a
Your
politician.
foot's in the door with me.
Well, no,
Okay.
it just proves what a politician I am. Depending on what room I'm working, I could either say University of Michigan, class of '96, or I can talk with great passion about Ohio
Okay,
State.
I'm a Notre Damer, so what does that leave me?
You're
going to throw something in there, right?
Do they still have a football team? Don't
I'll
they?
kill you.
I think they do. Is it a club? Is it still a varsity sport or is it a club sport? No.
Oh,
no, Notre Dame.
okay, I'm out.
Notre Dame was.
They did very well this year.
Up until that Miami game, and I was surprised.
I know. I know. That bummed me out too.
So, I think the community is, going to get to know me over the next couple of years, and my ugly face has certainly been on TV quite a bit these last couple of months. It'll be on TV a lot more over the next couple of years, and I hope, regardless of what they see when they look at my face, because frankly, I'm not too excited about their opinion on that. But hopefully, what they see is someone who works hard, earnestly trying his best.
Okay.
Willing to, try new things, think outside the box,
Right.
try to shake things up, which is what I
Right.
think we need at City Hall, is just to try to do some things differently.
Right.
And I'll be the first to admit I'm going to make mistakes.
Right.
We're going to make mistakes every day, but
Right.
that's not going to stop us from trying things.
Right.
We're going to try a whole bunch of things. Some are going to work, some aren't. But we're going to try.
I like
and
that.
I hope Toledoans appreciate the attitude and the energy more than anything else.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to talk more about this when we come back. We've got to take a quick break here, Wade. More with Mayor-elect Wade Capps-Cabbage when we return.
Love My 419. Brought to you in part by Powell's Beauty Supply, servicing Toledo for over 30 years. Also brought to you by The Butler, Master Barber, changing lives one haircut at a time. Find him inside the Operations Barbershop, 1824 North Reynolds Road. Coming up, more Love My 419. Love My 419, brought to you in part by the Joe Hamill team of Key Realty. Voted by you, the 419, Toledo City Paper's Best Realtor 2016.
Welcome back to Love My 419. I'm Bill, Wade, and Steve. Steve, what do you got, buddy?
Well, you know what? People are remodeling. They're getting their homes ready for the holidays. And part of that, is freshening up the paint on the walls. And we have a great sponsor, 360 Painting, who is offering a 15% discount if you mention Love My 419. I mean, it's a great gift.
If you do that, you can get anything.
Oh, you get anything.
All right.
But Randy will actually give you 15%.
15% off.
He's good.
So there you go.
Okay, we want to get into some other things, but one thing I want to mention, Wade, is you have got a lot of people in city government right now that are excellent. Mm-hmm. You have good people down there. To me, the auditor is one of the best guys you could possibly get. You've got department heads, terrific. I have access to all. If I go down, they give me whatever I ask for. They're a terrific group of people. And I hope we can keep a lot of these people, but it's up to your administration, I'm sure. But I'd like to see them all, a lot of them stay.
Well, we're going to review every position. There are 2,400, 2,500 employees in the city of Toledo. We're going through a process right now. Actually, we had a news conference on Monday. Mm-hmm. Where we talked about the transition process that we're going through, and part of that is to review those positions. We're going to review everyone, and we will. We are going to keep the ones that are doing a good job, but there are some other positions. I think the city government could benefit from some fresh faces, fresh ideas, new attitudes, and so there'll be a mix. There'll be a mix of the folks who are doing a good job, and a mix of some new faces too.
Good.
Well, yeah, I wanted to, speak to a lot of the development that's going in downtown. I was instrumental in buying one of the first properties in downtown. It'd be like 13 years ago.
Before it was cool.
A lot of people, I came from Old Orchards, and people were, why would you ever move there? Now I'm laughing at them, because it's prospering. So speak to those, what's your personal opinion on what Toledo is doing now for the age group 25 to 45, and what's your prediction for that age group 10 years from now?
Well, I am excited to simply still be included in that age group. Since I am 45, I have one more year to benefit, one more year to be considered young. No, there's a lot of evidence that this younger generation, regardless how you define it, they're doing things differently. They're flipping the model on their head. Older generations would always end up living where their job put them.
That's right.
So in other words, I never wanted to live here in Milwaukee, but my factory relocated.
Right.
Things like that. There's a lot of evidence that shows that younger folks pick the cool city they want to live in first.
That's right.
And once they find that city, then they look for a job.
That's true.
So if that is true, we need to find ways to make sure that Toledo is attractive to that generation of people that we want to attract. So I think there are things that we can do with green space and bike trails.
Right.
I think we need to do better opening up public access to our waterways here. We're lucky enough to be located on a Great Lake and the largest tributary to any of the Great Lakes. And it's just hard to get there, unless you happen to live at the end of 113th Street or something like that in Point Place, you just can't get to the water. We have piles of salt and train tracks in the way. I think there are things that we can do that appeal to younger Toledoans that can make this city the sort of place we all know it can be, and then we build from there.
But I think it's evolving into that, and if it wasn't for people like ProMedica building what they did downtown and the massive building they're doing around the city, and some of these other people that are coming in, not necessarily invited by the city, but they're buying these apartment buildings and converting them into apartments and so on. It's great.
There's no question.
Yeah.
15 years ago, you couldn't bribe someone to live downtown.
Oh, I know.
No,
you would know if you're 30.
I know.
Couldn't bribe them. Now there are waiting lists,
Right.
and as
Yeah.
soon as developers can get their hands on some of these old warehouses
Right.
and they convert it, they convert it into lofts
Right.
or condos. There's people living there. That's good. We need
Right.
to build on that. I think a lot of it has to do with these millennials.
Right.
They seem to crave an urban, walkable,
Yes. Yes.
progressive, tolerant
Right.
city. So the more that we can do to promote those things, the more attractive we're going to be. But absolutely, someone had to go first, so to
Right.
speak. And
Right.
ProMedica did a wonderful thing, and then Hart and Associates is coming downtown. Lathrop decided to come downtown. Hensville. Now we need to see that momentum in downtown start to bleed out into the neighborhoods, and
Well,
then,
I think
then
it
we'll
is.
take the turn.
I really do.
So
think
does
it is,
that
but-
coincide with your phrase? We've heard it a number of times throughout the campaign, and even now, the phrase "our city, our future." Is that encompassing what we're talking about? now?
Our city, our future is what we're calling my transition committee. That is ourcityourfuture.org is the website we're encouraging people to visit if they have ideas or input about what they want to see in Toledo. I think we have such a short amount of time. There's really just a couple weeks between now and January 2nd when I become mayor. We want to accomplish a lot during that time, and we want to make sure that we're hearing from everyone, not just the 30 or so well-connected insiders
Exactly.
who are, and there's an important role for them too.
Right.
I need to hear from everyone, but that means the people who live in the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And so that website, we are directing people there for ideas, suggestions, complaints,
Right.
beefs, whatever it may be. We need to hear from all, because everyone needs to have a say in the Toledo we want to build, because we're on this together.
Right.
And I'll be on top of that. 21 Carat. I know
Good.
I know where your office is
Yes.
going to be.
Good.
Okay.
I'm ready for you.
I need some work done, and I'm coming
Good.
to you right away.
Okay, I've got a question that actually just kind of got texted to me, and I was planning to ask this question. So, say for instance, you won $1 million. Okay, you were awarded $1 million. Okay. If you had a chance to contribute to a charity, what charity would you contribute to, and why?
I think I would. Boy, that's a really good question.
That's why I asked.
I'm torn.
Steve.
Can I give two answers?
Sure.
Can I give 500,000 to each? How about, why don't we do that? I would give some of it to the Toledo Public School System. I know that's not a charity, but there is. I know it's a cliche, but there's nothing more important than our kids. I mean, there's just nothing more important. And when people make decisions about where they want to live or where they want to open their business, they think about crime, safety, vitality of neighborhoods, but they also think about schools.
Oh, yeah.
And the way Ohio funds public education is unconstitutional. The Supreme Court has said so 4 times, but yet it's still broken. So anything we could do to help Dr. Durant and his team over there, I would do. But I'd also give a big chunk to Dan Rogers over at the Life Revitalization Center, the Old Cherry Street Mission. They're doing a lot of work to those who are struggling, and but they're doing it holistically.
Yeah.
He said something that I remember. It's that we're not trying to solve the problem of lunch. We're trying to solve the problem of hunger.
Right.
It's easy to solve the problem of
That's
lunch.
right.
Hey, you want lunch? Here's a sandwich.
Right.
That's not what we're trying to do. We're actually trying to solve the problem of hunger, which involves a spiritual component, a job training component.
Exactly.
So they do a lot of great work over there. So I'd just like any politician trying to have it both ways, I'd divide my donation down the middle and give it to those two groups.
Right.
Oh, that's terrific, though. Tell you what, in closing, I just got this message here. This is project the first 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
What I hope to see happen, I hope that we have a city that is more livable, that is safer. I'd like to see more green space. I'd like to see new partnerships that we don't have right now. I think we can develop a partnership with the metro parks that could make our city park system stronger. Right now we have too many city parks that are overgrown with weeds and graffiti and glass. In 4 years, I'd like to see stronger neighborhood parks, safer streets, water that's a little cleaner than it is now. That the algae bloom that happened in September that just lit up the Maumee River was awful. And obviously, I'd like to see the economic momentum that has begun downtown
I think you'll
continue.
See that. I think that's going to happen.
You will, yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I want to thank you, Mr. Mayor,
Thank you.
for being here.
Yes.
Mayor-elect. I'm not
Mayor-elect,
I'm not-
okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
we'll just push it along,
Okay.
you know?
Thank you for having me. This has been wonderful.
Well,
Yes.
we're glad to have you and hope you come back after you get your feet right downtown. And not that you need to, but, you pretty well know what's going on anyway.
Will
but
Sandy let me have her chair if I come back?
we're not going to tell Sandy that she's not going to be here.
Anything is possible.
We'll wait. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Love My 419. I'm Bill, Sandy, Steve, and these are stories you need to know.
The 419 stories you need to know!
Or not. Or not.
My
You know
gosh.
what? Our sponsors. This is big. You know
Okay.
what? Because 360 Painting, if you book in December,
Okay.
you get 15% off your spring exterior work.
Boom. Way ahead
So
of time.
look at that.
Absolutely.
But how do you do it?
You
By
say,
mentioning
Love my
It's
419.
the only way.
Booyah.
It's the only way. It's the only way.
Okay. Larry Seitz, follow up.
What happened?
They got
He's gone back to court.
his lawyer
Wants to find
asked
out more
for
information.
well, he wanted to get some more information from the prosecutor's office, so he asked for a continuance.
Oh.
And we'd love to have Larry come on our show
Yeah,
sometime.
and talk to
That'd be
us
great.
about this stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, Larry. We'll be nice.
Defiance College president finally issues a statement.
Yes.
And
So-
I don't know, it seems like a lot of it is kind of blah, blah, but...
Well, it's kind of so
we can make it
many
out.
of you are aware that some of the players of the football team decided to take a knee during the
All of
national
them.
anthem. They
All of
all did.
Yeah.
So what happened? It was a senior day, and 25 seniors were being recognized. The underclassmen stayed in the locker room to continue their warm-up and were joined by the seniors for a pregame strategy meeting after they were recognized. And then second, because local veterans have been offended by the kneeling, the team did not want to distract them from their Veterans Day celebrations. So as it turned out, there was a third reason. The safety of their players following some recent threats made verbally and via social media kept them from
I
coming
don't
out.
doubt it. Everybody has their side of
Listen.
the
So,
issue.
there
In
you
the,
go.
in the
There's that one.
meantime, it's a very long letter that basically said, we sort of screwed up. Sorry
Yes.
about that. Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
it should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that was a statement from Dr. Shan C. Mankey. So that's
Who's the
statement.
president of the college.
President of the
President of college.
college. So,
Okay.
That's
you know.
Defiance College.
Yes.
We got to end this junk, okay?
Are you leaving or
Well,
killing
you know,
yourself?
and
What?
then it was a sad week. too.
Well, you said we got to end this.
We do. I'm ready to go. Well, first we have David Cassidy, who was part of the Partridge Family in the TV series, who died this past Tuesday. And Manson.
Well, who
thank
cares
God.
about that
Oh,
jerk?
man.
God bless him.
I'm,
Goodbye.
I'm sorry somebody
83.
didn't kill
Not
him
God
in the
bless him.
joint.
Anyway, Della Reese, 86. She was terrific.
I loved
She
her.
was
She
awful.
was
Yes.
terrific.
I loved her voice.
Oh gosh, yeah.
In the
Oh,
60s,
yeah.
she
and she
was
did well as an
terrific.
actress too.
Yes, she
she
did.
did, yes.
She had a wonderful way about her.
She coined the phrase Della Reese's Pieces. Have a little now, have a lot later. There you go. I love it.
Talk to me, baby.
Yes.
I wish I'd known that.
And Terry Glenn.
Terry Glenn.
An Ohio State receiver died in an automobile accident.
Yeah.
His fiancee was slightly injured. He was killed on impact.
43. 43.
Awful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, well. That's not, certainly not.
Well, those were the things we felt you needed to know.
Yeah. And
There
now
you go.
you know.
There you go.
And you heard it here.
For the 9,000th time.
Some of it.
But
for the
so much
9,000th.
nicer coming from us.
Anyway, stay with us for more fun in the
419
419 right after this message.
Love My 419, brought to you in part by the Joe Hamill team of Key Realty. Voted by you, the 419, Toledo City Paper's Best Realtor 2016.
Good morning. I'm Andre Savage, executive producer of Love My 419. This is Bill Delaney. Last week, there was an unfortunate 8 seconds of commentary made in gist that was unfortunate to say the least, and at minimum regretful, as the remarks were deemed offensive to many, especially to those who took the time to write us about it. If you saw our show last week, or last Sunday morning, Bill here, a valued and talented contributor to our staff and team, made a statement that, again, was insensitive to anyone who may have suffered from any form of sexual abuse. With that, as the executive producer of the show, I would like to state the following. Love My 419 nor Savvy Television or any of its affiliates, platforms, outlets endorse, condone, or stand by any statements made in gist, implied, or intended that suggest that abuse of any kind is acceptable in any way on any level.
As an integral part of the 419 staff and team, that is Love My 419 staff and team, I want to express extreme remorse and regret for my comments on the program last week. I would also like to apologize to the viewers, the sponsors, and the community as a whole, and more specific, any victims of abuse. I did not intend to offend in any way, but clearly misjudgment got the better of me just for a few moments. It is my hope that our faithful and loyal audience will not choose to penalize the entire team and community by forming any negative perceptions with regard to our standards as an organization. Finally, I would like to offer my personal assurance that something of this nature will not occur in the future. We value your compliments, and we hope to see you every week.
Caregiver Growth. Freedom to live. Power to change. Dedication to services. Understanding to communicate. Technology, training, life skills, empowerment. A voice of clarity, bringing communities together, strengthening lives. Caregiver Growth. Your family is our family.
Welcome back to Love My 419. I'm Bill, Sandy, Steve. We're going to be back next week with some more of the shenanigans that we have going here. So please join us. See you later. Next week.
Au revoir.
Okay.